Hi friends, hope you all are doing well. So today in this video, we'll be discussing few myths, especially those which we have developed in the Indian tea industry. And my utmost goal in this video would be trying to debunk them with a deeper level of understanding about teas. The first one that I'll be going to discuss is judging a cup or a liquor quality by looking into the liquor color of the tea. The second one is prioritizing spring over other harvest seasons. Spring is also known as the first flush. Um, I know many of tea drinkers who prioritize spring over any other flushes blindly. And the third one is high mountain teas are always the best. The higher you go up, the better flavor. That's always not the case. Tea does not follow idealism. You cannot define tea by saying that that is ideal and that is the perfect condition for tea. There's nothing called best in tea, friends. You have to understand that first. One thing that can be claimed is high mountain teas are different, not necessarily better. Yes, it's true that the flavors are more delicate, but how about someone who prefers robust flavors over the delicate ones? Have you ever thought of that? Now, let's quickly watch two videos to understand or try to understand what exactly I'm trying to say. I hope you enjoyed both the videos. They're not exactly videos, but pouring sessions of the tea. Now, coming back to the point, some of you might be thinking that, the first liquor is a better quality tea, especially people who are coming from the Darjeeling knowledge. I can understand that, few might prioritize spring or first flush over other flushes. Now, to clarify what exactly flushes mean, first flush is the spring season, the spring harvest. Second flush is the summer harvest, and the third flush is the autumn harvest. Monsoon sometimes is considered the third flush, followed by fourth flush for the autumn. However, most of the monsoon teas are either converted to roasted teas or Earl Grey teas because monsoon is not that great season for tea making. People swearing by spring, there's nothing wrong in that. Although, let me tell you something, the lighter color of the liquor isn't an indicative, or rather a direct indicative, that it's a spring tea. Usually, the spring teas of the Darjeeling are oxidized less, romanticizing the delicacy or the delicate nature of spring season itself. Now, let me also tell you something. There are tea cultures out there, especially in China, who oxidizes their spring teas to the fullest or to a darker color. And that's a very contradictory fact altogether. So there's nothing wrong in that or this. Now, there's another criticism that comes across, which is spring naturally has less pesticides than other harvests. Well, that is true to regions who focuses more on production because winter acts as a natural pest resistant season and also the plant is on a hibernation period for these 2 or 3 months. No picking or harvest is done within these months. But let me ask you something. If the cup quality is good, if the end liquor or the tea that you're drinking is delicious, does it even matter? Now, some of you might be considering the second video or the second tea to be a better one, to be having a better quality liquor. Especially people from the Darjeeling, they might relate it to summer or autumn harvest. Now, I'll be explaining this with a Chinese saying, which goes like spring water, autumn fragrance. This saying is very popular near the Chaozhou region of the Guangdong province of China. It simply means to understand the liquor texture of a tea, drink spring harvest. To understand the fragrance profile of a tea, drink autumn harvest. So there's a lot of water that builds up in the spring teas because there's a long hibernation that has gone in these winter months. And what happens in autumn is the humidity is very less. Hence, the fragrance naturally becomes enhanced in the tea plants. Also, the summer teas have a beauty of its own because in the summer, these bugs they attack the tea plant, and these tea plants develop terpenes as a defense mechanism for these bugs, which produces in return a very musky kind of a fragrance in tea, which we all know as muscatel teas. It is the same thing which happens with the oriental beauty of Taiwan. I have had first flush, which is better than the second or the autumn flush. And also, I have had the second and autumn flushes, which are better than the first flush. So, nothing is permanent in tea, and that's the beauty about it. There is no right or wrong in the tea, friends. After all, it all depends on how a man understands nature and extracts the best out of it in the cup.